picture. Really the hottest nigga, you gon' respect this lava. I'm shooting it if I pull it, boy, make sure you want this drama. I bring it to you like it's Law and Order SVU. Turn you to a vegetable, now you look good inside a soup. Family come from Bishopville, but I grew up in that Bronx Zoo where they shoot you dead in the street and then dance all on top of you. And I do what I gotta do.
Started. Please don't get me started. Started.
Shaking in my boots, like the scariest I had ever been during my entire bid from Rikers Island and them North combined. And that is when I went to Coxsackie prison, the max. I only went there for a couple hours. I was really only in a holding cell for a couple hours. In the middle of transit. In between going from, I believe, from downstate, which is the intake prison, to Green Correctional, where I ended up staying for a couple months until I went to Queensboro, right? I was terrified. And I was only there for probably 5-6 hours maybe. 5-6 hours maybe. Like, I had never been more terrified in my life. Listen to me. In my life. I had never been more scared in my life. And I'm going to explain. I got to learn how to like not look at the screen and look at the camera. I'm using a webcam right now. But I had never been more scared. And I'm going to explain to you what it was like for me, right? So we're going to take it back. I was 18 years old. Had just turned 18. I had to have been no more than 160 pounds. 150, 160. I was tall, skinny boy, right? Right? I got weight on me now. I didn't have this weight on me, right? So they wake us up and they say, hey, listen, you're drafted. Drafted means, drafted. You've been selected. It's your time to go to your permanent prison or the prison you're going to be at for the time being, unless you get in trouble or something and get kicked out that building or sent out that building for whatever beef, whatever. So I'm drafted. We in the state greens, the green collar shirt, green pants that I already got used to wearing, the nasty black boots that mess up your socks, right? Drafted, you shackled up, shackle your wrists, they shackle your ankles, standard at this point. Everybody used to that by the time you get to downstate, right? By the way, I was in downstate for like 3 weeks. So, they put us in the van, it's me, it might have been only 2-3 other dudes. 2-3 other dudes in this van at this time. They take us, we leave. We leave downstate, we end up in Coxsackie, right? When I tell you just the energy, I'm a Pisces, man. I know a lot of people, they be like, yo, man, the astrology thing, this, that, and the third. I understand everybody's an individual, and you can't 100% generalize everybody based off of their sign. But everybody knows when you really think about the characteristics of different signs. A lot of signs have the same characteristics, and I would say as a Pisces, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know, you know. I'm real, like, energy. Energy is a real thing with me, you know what I'm saying? Energy. Energy is why I avoided a lot of extra bad situations that would have gotten me even more time, because I felt the energy of a situation and I avoided a situation, right? By following that energy. The energy, from the moment we got into the area of Coxsackie Maximum Prison, right? The energy, mind you, I'm putting on a brave face. Like, I'm 18 years old. I done already survived Rikers Island. But you already know when you're in Rikers Island, you running into older dudes and all of that. And They telling you all these war stories about what happened when they was up north and how up north is even tougher, even more gladiator school than Rikers Island. So I'm acting like I ain't terrified. I'm really terrified for real. Because in the beginning, I thought they made a mistake, but I ain't want to ask no questions because asking questions is making me soft. Appear to be soft, you feel me? And if they made a mistake and they put me in the wrong prison, because you know I was told that I was going to a medium, and I assume I'd be going to Green Correctional, right? Or Washington. But I end up in Coxsackie, and I'm like, yo, why am I here? I didn't say nothing, though, but I put on a brave face. I'm acting like I'm tough. I ain't worried about it. We get in there, the energy was already off. I was shook. There's no way I'm even going like cap about that. Like, I was shook. They sit us in this holding cell. I was in this holding cell the entire time. It was literally like a cage. Like, so I started feeling claustrophobic, and I ain't never been claustrophobic in my life. It's me and them couple other dudes. We in there. The officers is doing whatever they doing, right? They handling paperwork. They fraternizing, talking, whatever. We in there chilling. I don't know nobody, so I ain't really talking to nobody, right? The TV is on. TV is playing, I don't know, Judge Judy or something like that, right? So I'm watching the TV, trying to keep my mind off of the fact that I'm terrified. Absolutely terrified. I'm like, yo, they got me in this maximum prison. I'm like, yo, man, somebody gonna try to take my buns in here. I'm not supposed to be in here. Like, I heard they take your buns in the max, right? I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm not ready for this, right? I'm shook because the energy, it just seems like a place where you do not want to be. So now, I remember this day so vividly. I remember that we had dinner. Which dinner comes early. Dinner be like 5 o'clock, right? 5, 6 o'clock when you locked up behind bars, right? I remember we had spaghetti and meatballs. I eat my food. In my head, I'm like, yo, I've been here for hours. Like, why am I in here? I'm not supposed to be here. I want to say something, and if I'd have just asked the question, like, why am I here? They would have said, what's your name? They would have said, you're going to Green, but this is the first stop. We got other people. I'm noticing that, you know, like one or two of the dudes, they get called out. They take them out the cage, and they take them to the back somewhere. I don't know, they're going to do blood work or something. That's the building they supposed to be in. I don't ask no questions. Then the one dude that's left with me, he notices one of the guys who come in and he's cleaning. This is like this big, brolic dude. This dude got like 3 slashes on his face. 3 big slashes on his face. Big dude, right? And you know, on the low, like they know each other, and then on the low, they saying like little like gang stuff to each other on the low, trying not to get caught by the police. While you know he moving around, sleeping and stuff like that. And the guy telling the other guy, he like, yo, nah, I'm going somewhere else. It's down the 3rd. He's like, yo, you good, homie? This down the 3rd. I'm looking. I'm like, if a guy like that tries to take my booty, and you try to take my buns, I will not be able to overpower this man. I would have to be overpowered and then do something bad to him afterwards. I'm like, I'm not going home. I'm not going home. Because I'm not going home. I can't go home. I can't, I plan on going home and acting tough. Like, yo, I survived Rikers Island. I was up north. I'm home now. What's up? I can't do that. I can't do that knowing that my sanctuary was you know what I mean? Knowing that my sanctuary was unsanctuary, you know, I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna make it home. I'm not gonna make it home. Somebody gonna do something to me. I'm gonna do something back. I'm gonna lose it all here. It's over for me, right? So the big Rocky dude who scared me for no reason, because he was not trying to scare me. He didn't even look my way, right? I'm in my head just being mad imaginative, right? Because of all the things they tell you before you go up north, right? I finish my food, I'm chilling. At some point, the guard comes, unlocks the gate. In my head, I'm like, well, somehow, somewhere, I'm gonna have to find a way to survive, man. And I ain't gonna let nobody take nothing from me. I'd rather lose my life first. The guard says, all right, come on, guys, we're leaving. We end up back in the van. A little while later, the van stops at Green Correctional Facility. I go to Green Correctional Facility, and that's where I stayed for the next 3 to 6 months until I went to Queensboro, man. And that's the story. I jumped to conclusions and made myself more scared than I ever was. That's the thing, you know. I seen a video with Dame Dash talking about fear, and he says there's no point in having fear or listening to fear-mongering tactics or listening to fear-mongers, because 90% of the things that we fear does not happen. It will never happen, and it never happened, right? And that relates to that time. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to my Instagram, Nate_Almighty_GDA. Subscribe to this channel and my new channel, The Nate and Rich Show.